Do you want to renovate or build from scratch your new home in Merida downtown or in another neighborhood or the Yucatecan Coast? You are in the right place. Welcome to the Mayan Realtor. Hello guys, welcome to this new episode. I am thrilled to talking to you guys because I just brought a really experienced constructor here in the city because there's lots of our clients that wonder if I want to renovate or if I want to, to build from scratch, how much will it cost? What's the process that I have to go through? How to choose the right property, or how to choose, what's going to be the permissions from urban development within the municipality. So today, you will be at the end knowing all of it. So thank you so much, Gustavo.
Thank you, Chuy.
From Merida. He's one of our main partners when it comes to construction, right? So today, we will be talking a lot about renovation, about construction. But first, tell me, who is Gustavo?
Thanks for the invitation, Chuy. My English is not as perfect as yours, and your accent is perfect, so both well. I was born in Campeche. Campeche is the nearest state near Yucatan, and I was born there, and I grew up there with my family. My whole family is a family of dentists. So when I was in high school, ending high school, my father sit me down and told me, "What do you want to do?" And I say, "Father, I don't have any idea what I'm gonna do. I just know one thing. I don't want to be a dentist."
That was clear.
Yeah. So it was amazing that, he told me, you have to do something. Your uncle is a constructor, and why don't you go to make some experience there and work there? And I was like, I could try that. And what he told me, engineer, I felt it was pretty cool. So I went there and I loved the things of construction. I love hanging with people. I like a lot math, and I like to solve problems. So it was amazing for me. So I came to Merida, that there is a really good university here the name is Merida, and I studied there, and there I met
Civil engineer, right?
Civil engineer, yeah, civil engineer, and there I met my new brother, that is Mario, he's not just a really good person, an amazing person. He's my business partner in all the business that we have made, and he is one of the main stones of Constructora Risa, because he's an amazing supervisor and an amazing dealer with problems, and he's the director there, And we met, and we started a land surveying company at the beginning. And in 2018, we told ourselves that we wanted to make right the construction sector, because there are a lot of problems in the construction sectors or a lot of misguidance for the clients. And we said we wanted to change that, and we made Orisa Constructora. And we went to CISDE. The name in strategy CISDE is the retire that we make at the end of the year. We go 2 days to the beach and think about the meaning of Orisa and what we want to do, and the goals of Orisa and the values of Orisa, And there we made the first vision of the company. And in English, it will be something like, Constructora Risa, it's a construction company that will make of the experience of your construction personalized experience, unique experience, and joyful. You could say joyful, because that is a word that it's really unique. And
before the video, I was actually joking with Gustavo, because you could talk about pleasurable or joyful, but the main thing that our community is going to be thrilled is that you look at all times for little details.
Yeah.
So you plan since the beginning, so you can start preventing all the potential future problems that you will be addressing when it comes to obviously delivering the house at the end. And obviously there's like guarantees that I know that you offer to your clients, but it's a good thing, because I know that when it comes to construction, everyone is, waiting until the very end so they can obviously get their house, live it, because that's actually what they want to do. But I know that, if you don't choose the right construction, instead of, having this heaven experience, it could become, like a hell experience.
Yeah.
So it's really important what you do. There is, because I know there's as well really a lot of people interested, even though, they come abroad, because a lot of people tend to think that just everyone, from abroad, they're moving just to Mérida, downtown, or just to the Yucatecan Coast. But I know that there's some people moving within these new developments and gated communities. So when it comes to moving into a gated community, what's like, in terms, would say the good side about it and the bad side to buy something within a development, and what's, the good side and the bad side to buy something, within just residential area and no gated communities?
Okay. Well, from start, when you make the permits, it's really faster if you're in a gated development community. And if you're outside of Periférico, that is the highway that surrounds Mérida, if you're outside, it's really the permits are really long. No, inside the city, if you are not in an INA location, that INA is the Institute of National and Anthropology and History,
federal government institution.
Yeah.
That if you want to build within downtown, you need the permission from them. Besides the one that it's always granted by the municipality urban development institution.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the INA is pretty long, no? So if you're in downtown or in these neighborhoods, it could take a year probably. Outside of the INA is not that bad if you're not outside of Periférico, no? So probably around the city without INA, you can take like 3 or 4 months of permits. Outside the Periférico, 6 months, 1 year. And inside gated development, 2 months probably.
And the Yucatecan Coast?
Yucatecan Coast, it's like a year too, because you have to take permits of the federal institution of Semarnat, and that is from nature areas.
Correct. So all the natural areas that are protected, those are the ones you want to buy, within the Yucatecan Coast, the ones that could grant the permission as well. When you are front line, if you go obviously to the second row, third row, fourth row, it's going to be much, much easier. And now when it comes to the permissions, so you're talking like how long it will take, which is fantastic. And then as well, in terms of timing, so if we already know the timing that it will take to take all the permissions within these different areas, so how long it will take to build?
Okay, perfect.
And deliver.
Perfect. We divide this in 2 areas principally. It's the architecture, so the design of the house. It's normally 3 months, okay? The engineers, that it comes to us, we check with the architects, we make the betterments, and then we design the engineers and the costing of the house. It takes normally 1 to 2 months. And the construction, it will take like from 7 to 9 months, depending on the places. In the Yucatan Coast, it can be a little longer because the cementation of the structures is different from the one that we have in Merida. No, with Merida we have a really strong stone, so the cementation is not that big. In the beach, the difference is that you have to pilot the structure, and it takes more time, no?
And cost.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. So it's really interesting as well for people, because you need like within downtown 2 years, right? It's like from just the permissions, and then once you get the permissions, like the 3 months of designing. And something as well that I know is that within Orisa, you have the key partners along with us, that they will be designing, right, the architectural project, but you don't do that. You do just focus on the construction, exactly. Right? Which basically is something that I really like. And we were saying, remember, the joyful experience, the gozadera experience is really important, because they will be having really a lot of conversations with you, communications. So at all times, even you will have like a schedule and a really nice software, well, you will be able to enter and see how your own project is doing on weekly basis.
Weekly basis.
So it's really interesting that also. And as well, when it comes now to the cost, a lot of our community, and we will be talking right now mainly in Mexican pesos and trying with a rate exchange. We know right now that it's 17, but maybe we will be doing it by 20 just to be conservative, 20 pesos for 1 USD. So if you're from elsewhere, just make the conversation to your own rate exchange. But how much will it cost to build something from scratch within downtown in just like average?
Okay. We have three categories of segments of construction. No, the first one is residential. It's from 14 to 16,000 pesos, 17,000 pesos. The second one is from 17 to 1999 thousand pesos, and the third one is premium. That it's from 20,000 above. So you can go.
So it's like 800 USD. The first one. Then we will jump into maybe 1,000 per square meter of construction. And then we'll be jumping maybe into the 1,200 USD. So if you want to have obviously the better equipment at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
And the better finishing.
Awesome. So that's for building something from scratch. And if you want to end up knowing how much it will cost, you just take this data and multiply it by the meter of constructions in total that you want, right?
Exactly.
So this is for building from scratch. Now, if you want to renovate, how much will it cost in average?
Well, it's really hard to know how much it will cost the renovation, because there you have simple renovations or really restructured or basically from scratch renovation, no? That you have to demolish everything. And if you have a renewal that it will be a lot of demolishing, it can cost similar to construction from scratch, no? Because you have to demolish and take out the structures that were broken, no? When it's a simple renovation, normally we have finished it in 8,000 pesos to 10,000 pesos, 12,000 pesos, depending. But before we make a final costing that is the engineer of cost, we can make a little analysis, really fast analysis of how much it will cost more or less your construction.
Awesome. It's really nice. Thank you so much, Gustavo. So it's almost coming to an end, this really nice information. Thank you so much for being here. And what would it be, the ideal way to contact you if someone from our community already have a lot or some house on the Yucatecan Coast or Mérida or the urban areas and they want to renovate? How they can contact you?
Well, they can go to our website. It's www.orisa.mx, or they can follow us in our social media.
Also,
we are Constructor Orisa there.
Under the description, we will be leaving as well all the email and the website as well, so you can go into their social media. Thank you so much for being here, Gustavo. There's a lot of people that want to do all this big change in their lives, but sometimes they don't have the data. And this will be adding a lot of value to a lot of people. So thank you so much for being here, man. It's a pleasure. Community, if you believe that this information, it's adding a lot of value to you, please, give us our thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, please do. And share this video if you have someone who's wanting to relocate to this beautiful paradise. And obviously, I will be the one that I could definitely be helping you to find the right place, the right lot, the right place within the Yucatecan Coast, Merida, in all the different neighborhoods. But when it comes to building and constructing, now you know who can be, your main partner. Thank you seriously for being here, man.
Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you so much for following us, for being here, and see you in the next video.